Hello, Shining Ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Today, I'm going to talk about not being scared anymore, not living in fear, and the importance of not living in fear. When you're in fear, you're in resonance to be attacked by the thing you fear. You know, we've talked about this before. When you worry, you're actually praying for the worst outcome, right? Because you believe that's something that could happen to you. And now you're adding strong emotion of fear and worry, and it's actually rushing to you. And so it's so important that we don't live in fear. But no one really tells you how to do it. They'll say things like, well, have faith, right? Or pray. But you find yourself still worrying. And then I wouldn't say funny thing. It's not funny. But the thing you're worried about comes upon you. And then you say, see, that's why I was worried. That's why I was fearful. And you get upset. And I get it. We have all been there. If you'll give me, I don't think this will take me long. Give me 15 minutes. If you're dealing with fear, give me 15 minutes. If you're not dealing with fear, you don't need this video at all. And I'm so glad, because I don't want anyone to be in fear. Because again, when you're in fear, it gives an opportunity for the evil spirit to attack you. You know, in our holy text, we're Zoroastrian, the original monotheistic religion of the all-good God. It's said in our holy text that when the evil spirit tried to attack holy man, he realized he could not. He did not have a door open to him, right? And you guys know the story. I'll tell it real quick for those of you that don't. He gave up, right? He just realized, I cannot attack me. You know, if man is light, the darkness can't even come into light. When man is that pure love, that hate and fear and greed and all those low frequencies, it can't even come into the atmosphere, much less touch the form of man, the spirit of man, the mind of man. So the evil spirit just gave up. Then in the story, it goes on to talk about, now if you believe this is a real story or not, it doesn't matter. It's the idea of it that works. And it will set you free. We have testimony after testimony. But then there was what they called the demon whore of false religion. Said, I will open up a door to man. And she brought in the false religion. She became one with, you know, when this was written to, like a man would know his wife. That meant the two would become one. They'd get married. They'd have intercourse. The two would become one flesh. The demon whore of false religion. Religion means it's a belief. What do you believe? She got false beliefs in his mind. And now that opened up a door for the evil spirit to attack. And so what we need to do is get to a place where we have a sound mind. How do we do that, Megas? I'm so glad you asked. By the end of this, I promise you, if you'll be willing to make the adjustments, you'll get rid of all fear. But there's some big choices that have to be made. I could have swore I silenced that. I really don't know how to use technology. That might be making noise. I left it on because I want to share with you at the end of this. I'm going to save it to the end. But I asked you guys in the last video, how did you come about finding the Megas channel? I'll read that at the end. And then for you that didn't leave it yet, please, at the end of this video, tell me how you found this. Go to Asha. Let's start with Asha 6. We're going to do Asha 6 and 7. It says, I look inward to the God mind, and I see truth. And here's what we want. And I experience soundness of mind. I look inward to the God mind. This is what we're trying to get back to, right? When your mind is sound, you're in that God mind. The evil spirit cannot attack you. The God mind thinks truth, right? It thinks I am the light that darkness cannot enter. Guess what you just did? If you truly believe that, darkness cannot enter. If you think I am God, I come from God, I'm made of God, I'm God's stuff, the devil can't attack me. Devil can't attack you. If you think I am divine life and health, sickness and disease dies when it touches me, what else could it do? My friends, you see what you're putting yourself in residence for. I'm in residence for health. I'm in residence for God, good stuff, for light, for truth. If you're thinking a lie and illusion, if you've taken in that demon whore of false beliefs, wrong beliefs, false religion, you believe sickness and disease can come on you. Why wouldn't you? It came on grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, right? You see it all around you. Why wouldn't you believe that? But is it possible? The reason it came on them was because of the demon whore of false religion, false beliefs that they're holding, opened up a door to it. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? You got to try what the Magi teach. And you've seen, if you've been on this channel for any amount of time, testimony after testimony after testimony. I mean, people, OCD is a big one on this channel. People come here. What's that disorder where you can't leave the house? We've seen it all. All of it healed, not dealt with, not like medicated so that you can still get by in life. I'm talking gone. It's because they made the choice and they did what the Magi teach. You become so holy, and I'm not saying you don't smoke cigarettes or say a naughty word, or I'm talking you become so holy, so much light, so much God stuff, so much love that you're not in residence. There's no doors to be attacked. There's no worry. There's no fear. Again, those devils, which you'll find out aren't even real. Well, that's another video. They can't attack you. Those low frequencies can't attack you. The world's going to reflect what's in your heart. Plain and simple. What is in your heart will be reflected in your world. How much can you believe? And here's the thing. I didn't want to get off on this, but I'm going to touch on it. And because do I touch on this? I want to be, okay, I'm going to, but I'm going to do it in the right way, because I have people watching me right now on this video that I know and I love you so much. And I didn't say anything about this because I don't want to offend. And we got to try different things for ourselves to see what works, right? I'm sure there's people telling you right now, don't go to the Megas channel, right? But you got to, when you're hurting and the things that they told you were going to make you feel better they don't work, they don't heal. You look around, right? And so I've got some friends that are staring at the sun to try to get downloads from spirit. And you know what? Spirit is in you. The vohumenu, the God mind, the divine spark, it's inside. You got to close your eyes and go inside. I understand light codes. I'm a magi, for God's sake. I get it. Go stare at the star Sirius and don't get cataracts. And that's what I wanted to tell him. I said, stop looking at the sun. And he had his kids doing it with him. I'm thinking, my God, you're damaging your eyes. It's cataracts. But people will do anything to try to feel God, to feel good. They'll do the most crazy diets. They'll give all their money away. My God, this poor family, they lost their child, and the church convinced them into selling their home and giving all the money to the church because they had them convinced that they hadn't given all to God. They have to sacrifice all. So now they lost their child and their house. And they were broken because nothing changed. Didn't take the hurt away. They were guilted into. And my friends, there's a lot of charlatans, how do you say that word? You know what I'm saying, out there that will take advantage of you. People are scared of death. People are scared of sickness and disease. People want protection for their babies in their home. And people take advantage of that. And they get money from it. We take no money here, and everything I teach you is 100% proven truth. And there's been testimony after testimony. It is about resonance. And you cannot fool the power. If you have a sound mind, a holy mind, a good mind that puts you in resonance for good, right? What happens if you have a perverse mind, an angry mind, an evil mind, a sick mind? What does that put you in resonance for? A fearful mind, an unforgiving mind. What are you in resonance for? It's that simple. You cannot fool the power. This isn't like, and here's where I think people get tripped up. I'm thinking back when I used to date. Megas don't do that no more. Okay, I love you all. Don't want to date you. Don't want to date you. I'm too happy right now. Doesn't say never ever, but for right now, I got a good thing going here. But when I used to date, I saw something. It's like putting on a costume. This will not work for spirit, my friends, because it's about the heart. What you believe, what you vibrate is what is rushing to you. And it's like when you're dating, right? And you put on this costume, but pretty soon, after time, they see through the costume. I could tell you funny stories, but I'm not going to. I think you know what I'm saying. Right? We try to put up an image to project because we want love. We want companionship. So we pretend like we've changed. We knew what broke up our last relationship, addiction and unfaithfulness and whatever it was. Laziness. I don't know. So we put on this costume of, this is what I am. Then after you get them, the costume comes off, right? With spirit, it's all about resonance. You cannot fool the power. If you are truly believing, Asha is. Not Asha is a possibility. Oh, wouldn't that be nice if Asha? What is Asha for the new people? It's the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind, perfection. It's a loving God that made a loving world, a safe world, a good world with protection and provision and peace and joy and kindness. That's the real world. That's Asha. And in truth, Asha is. If you're not seeing that, you've opened up a door. You're in resonance for something you don't want by holding that in you. You can't afford to hold unforgiveness in you, jealousy, hate, those low frequencies, that demon whore of false religion. Do I touch on that? Of course I do. False religion. Let's talk about that. The original religion, Zoroastrianism, God was just good. Zoroaster actually means undefiled, undiluted, unmixed, pure starlight. The religions that followed, they had a God that could send evil, could send sickness and disease. You know, the original religions, Zoroastrianism, God said that man cannot be separated from me. They are a part of me. They are me. What do the religions tell you now? You're a dirty sinner. You're separated from God, right? It's impossible. False religion. If you have a God, a belief where God can get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, get angry and jealous, and you take that spirit, that religion, that idea, that God into you, you're in resonance for all those things. Your life will look just like your God and your religion. You'll have some love and some hate, some peace and some war. And you know, that's the worst thing. It's better if you just have good or evil. It gets real gray and confusing. And that's where those dark, low frequencies like to live, into confusing. If it's just good and bad, they don't like that. That's why you see them crucifying and burning alive and driving spears through the prophets that come with just the all good God. They're fine if you talk about the mix. You know, that God, he loves and hate, right? He's on that continuum. He's got to punish, right? If you're acting a fool, he comes out of his high frequency into anger and violence and war and punishment, right? And then he comes back up. My friends, that is not true. That's one of the biggest lies out there. Sin punishes you all by itself. Those low frequencies punish you all by themselves. God never leaves his high station. Have you taken in one of the false religions, one of the false gods, one of the mixed gods? You got to restore God's image. That will restore your image. You take that pure, that holy God, that Holy Spirit, that unmixed, undefiled, pure light into you, that pure love into you. Never moves down that continuum. And I know this is against everything else that is taught out there, but this is what will work. This is where you're not just managing symptoms of fear, where you actually overcome it, where you say and you know Asha is the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind, perfection, love. And as you begin to believe that and open that, now you've closed doors to the evil spirit. Now you've opened doors to the good spirit, and the blessings and the peace and the joy is rushing to you. And that builds up your faith even more, and more is coming to you. And you get even further away from those low frequencies. I look inward to the God mind and I see truth, and I experience soundness of mind. Thoughts make your world. Beliefs make your thoughts. Reason makes your beliefs. Mind reasons. Mind is the reason. Know this. Be this. Then the illusion goes away. Believe in only good. It is this complete trust that brings out manifestations now, real, as they already are. By means of reason. Asha already is. Good already is. It's all about you now attuning yourself. How do we do that? Go to Asha 7. Turn the page. Resonance. I know being grateful will bring more things to be grateful for. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for friends. I'm grateful for protection. I'm grateful for provision. I'm grateful for peace. I'm grateful for joy. Do you see what we're doing here? We're not talking about what we don't like. We're not talking about the lie and the illusion and the evil spirits. My friends, we're talking about the all good God. We're talking about Asha. We're thinking it. We're speaking it. We're being it. We are it. I am the love. I am the peace. I'm grateful for who I am. I'm grateful for who God really is. I'm grateful I live in this. I live in God, and God lives in me. God is good. God is omnipresent. My good is here now. My love, my protection, my provision, and all the Magi said, Asha is. My God, my God. I could go on, but I'm going to leave it at that. That is the message. If you have to go back and listen to that again, that's everything. My friends, now I want to read this. Hopefully I can see this without my glasses. If not, I'll go get it. But this is what some of the people that went to the comments yesterday and how they found this channel. And please, if you haven't done that yet, please go and do that. I love hearing these stories. All right, let's see here. Let me pull this up. Comments. All right, here it is. Now, I see a lot of you responded on this video, but you didn't mention, maybe you didn't make it that far into the video where you heard me ask this question, but I want to know how you found this. Okay, so it says, so this is Jackie Crystal Moon. I wish I had my glasses on. It says, hey, Magus, new here, subbed when you were on Rain and Ange's live yesterday. So that's from one of the tarot channels. Oh, welcome. Love, love, love you. Return to your nature. Our wonderful friend Cole, he came to the channel from my 5 favorite books of all time video, which has become one of my favorite videos. You know that video, that was one of those days I was so down. I didn't feel I could make one more video. Were those days you just exhausted? I made it anyway. It's got like over 200,000 views now. Brought so many new wonderful friends in. Let's see. Some more. Again, a lot of great comments. And I love you guys. Thank you for all the kind words you said. But they didn't answer the question of how they found it. Here, Jen Cooper, from a book recommendation video. Isn't that funny? A lot of people stick around for the Asha content, the Zoroastrian content, came from my book videos. I love that. Nilu, I believe, are you from Iran, my wonderful friend? I found you by YouTube search about converting to Zoroastrianism. Love it. Okay, so I think that's all the ones I got so far. So please go tell me how you found this channel. I love that. I love that interaction. You know, now I'm going to stop there. Maybe I'll make another video later. I got so much on my heart I want to share, but I'm afraid if I share too much, you'll forget what I taught already. And there's such important information, knowledge in what I just shared. And I feel Spirit wants you to really get, even if you have to go back and watch it again, please do understand that. Understand resonance. Understand you can't fool the power. You're not putting out an image. It's what you are, what you be, what you know. It's the path of Asha, the path of righteousness, the path of holiness will get you to it. The destination is the path. The path is the destination. If you want love, you got to be love. If you want God, you got to be God. If you want truth, you got to be truth. It's got to become you, so you're in resonance for it. All right, guys, I love you.